Hey guys, so we just arrived at Sheraton. It was a 2-hour trip from Union. Took the train to Burlington and then the express bus to Stanley, and then walked here 20 minutes in total. It's kind of hectic. We had a lot of like heavy stuff to carry, so I didn't actually film the trip. But the room isn't ready yet, so we're just sort of hanging out at the lounge, get some refreshments, just to kind of restore ourselves. It's not a full restaurant, but we did get some muffins, leftovers for breakfast. So quick update, Eva Civitillo actually went back to Italy for a month, so we won't be able to connect with her today, which is sad because I haven't really practiced my Italian. I really wanted to ask her about the Magnifico Meraviglioso Castello di Gradara. I think she did a blog post of that near the Città di Urbino. So we'll maybe connect with her in the future. But for now, we do have another concierge that will take care of our stay here. I'll check with him later if we can do an interview. Sometimes they're not very comfortable doing interviews, so we'll check in on that later. But in the meantime, I'll do an unpacking in terms of my Camino gear. I'm just actually gonna put on my Salomon. Bought it over the holidays, wintertime, but actually haven't put them on. So I'll be testing it today, along with some merino wool socks, just to see kind of which design style fits better with my gait, my walking. And then so again, the room isn't ready yet, so I'll show that to you a little bit later. But for now, we'll just kind of get the shoes on and walk down to the falls and take along with us now that some of my gear is available. We've actually checked in our baggage downstairs. Yeah, so check in soon. So I'm also testing out two types of socks, both merino wool. One is low cut and one's a high cut. Again, just to see how my feet breathes with these socks. And then based on that, again, these are things that I would consider in terms of my gear for the Camino. So this is a good testing ground in the magnificent falls. Especially we're going to be going down later to the Canadian Park, Niagara Parks Highway, which feeds into River Road. It's actually the oldest road in Ontario, and it was used in the War of 1812 to ferry munitions between the two different forts as the British tried to hold the forts against the invading Americans. So yeah, lots of history on River Road. Before that, there were coureurs de bois running around. It was actually sort of the gateway from Lake Erie to Lake Ontario. And this region is home to the Seneca tribe. They were actually called the Keepers of the Western Gate. So a lot of them also allied with the British and the Canadian loyalists to repel the American invaders here. So yeah, like lots of history in this region, and very magnificent. During the Second World War, when they had the conference in Quebec, they actually shuttled Winston Churchill here, and he mentioned that the Niagara Parkway was also the most beautiful Sunday afternoon drive. I've walked it many times. I've done volunteer work for the Walk for Wenjack, for example, a few times. It's really breathtaking, the expanse, and it's like a lot of greenery. There's one time we were also biking, we came across a herd of white-tailed deers. You see eagles and hawks and what have you. So yeah, very beautiful and very calm as well. All right, so taking out my my shoes. So this is the unboxing event, I guess, to try them on and walk down to the falls. The rest of the group just arrived by train, so the train's like half an hour later than the express bus. And yeah, so there's a courtesy bus for the train riders to bring them to the falls. and so we'll hook up with them at the falls after I put on my shoes. Okay, so I replaced my Hush Puppy sandals with my Salomon trail runners, and we're off. So, all right, talk to you soon. Bye. All right, so we're walking down to the falls towards all this beautiful greenery and century-old trees. Some of them are planted by previous monarchs, and making sure you don't get run over by cars. We're right by where the zip liners are. Very peaceful Sunday afternoon stroll for sure. And yeah, we might see them on the bus actually. Let's see if they see this. By the way, so here's the view of the falls. This is the American side first, and then over there you can get a glimpse of the Horseshoe Falls. Actually, let's cross where it's safe to, so we can see the view of the water. But Sunday afternoon is very busy here on the freeway. Oh, this gap in the cars. Let's get through and up and over. Yeah, so this side definitely much better view of the falls, as you can see. There's the horseshoe side. So we'll walk by the path there as well, so you get an unobstructed view. Setting up here for the fan zone for the Team Canada knockoff game with South Africa. So this place will be very busy in about 2 to 3 hours come game time. Fan zone at the falls. Actually, it's a nice view. You get to watch the cup game, and then just over here you get to see the falls. Look at that. So we just walked across Table Rock, and we're gonna check out the Tesla statue, which is on the other side. It's a little bit more difficult to come on this side of the area because everything has been gated out, so you really can only go through the Table Rock path to here. But it also gives you a different vantage point of the falls, and you don't get sprayed as much from this side. So tons of crowds today. Obviously, the game's going to be starting in a couple of hours, so lots of anticipation building up. And just about 200 meters away from the Tesla monument. Yeah, so he actually had a big impact around Niagara Falls. For somebody that may know, the company that Thomas Edison had built was using direct current, and a lot of the factories actually, especially in the States, they all built their big factory floors right beside the falls to take advantage of the hydro electricity because of direct current. So what Tesla did is he leveraged alternate currents. So you actually don't even have to be by the falls. You can just take advantage of the hydroelectric power and set up your factory like kilometers away. So yeah, he really changed the landscape here in Niagara Falls. Canada and US is sort of a tale of two cities. US has really been gutted out, whereas Canada's, from a tourism standpoint, is thriving. So just different philosophies in terms of how they want to take advantage of the natural beauty. In the States, for example, they actually built a huge highway and cut off pedestrian traffic, whereas as you can see here in Canada, lots of pedestrians. So those decisions decades past impacted the tourism for sure. So we're at room 2271, just coming into the room. So this is a bi-level room. This is just the lower level. It's nice because you get the view of the falls as well. That's your step. So this is the view that we have, which is amazing because tonight there's going to be the fireworks. See, we started walking from here all the way to Table Rock. It's about 2 kilometers, 2 and a bit. So I walked there and back, so it's about 4 kilometer-ish. That's over 11,000 steps. And gonna have some snacks a little bit later, and then we'll do some exploration this afternoon after some sustenance. But it's a nice view, panoramic view of the falls. Yeah, it's a great place for Camino training for sure. Stepping back into the room, you hear the roar of the falls. It's amazing to sleep and hear the roar of the falls too as well. So here's the room, and you also have the view of the falls from here as well. The winds aren't as great as the other room actually, but you do see the falls. And there's a bunch of kids on my bed, so I can't sort of film there. I don't have their authorization, consent.
You don't have my condolence.
No, they can't because the boat's from Canada. Yeah. US, they only have a walkway.
And then it's like most people do. Like they're all past.
Watch them. What do you do?
Anything. Okay, you're good? All right, please enjoy.
Fireworks are starting. Fireworks are starting. Oh, there they are. Let's take a look outside.
I don't like the beach.
Oh, look. Nice. full moon.
Oh, look at all those people.
They're watching the fireworks. This is like, because Canada won, so that's the Canada colors. It's like old Canada. Yeah, this is the grand finale now. That's it. Then they're gonna rush out to up the street. Yeah, it's gonna be crowded. See, look, they're all gonna rush the street, and then it's like all the cars can't go anywhere.
Look at those cars. They're all trying to turn.
See, look, it's like after the battle, all the smoke residue. It's yeah. The balloon, yeah. Because they want to see it too. They probably charge you extra for that, so you can see the fireworks from the balloon. Yeah, they go up and down all the time. You gotta pay attention. Especially like on Wednesday, this would be really packed here. So we're just heading back to Union Station. Took the 1 o'clock train. Yesterday we took the train from Union to Burlington and the express bus to the falls. I find that route coming into the falls is actually much quicker, so you save about half an hour. And really, it's very smooth ride, not that busy. But on the way back, the buses get pretty full. So when you can sort of take the train, you get free Wi-Fi as well, but it's more a roomier return. And the bus also is an express on the way back, so there's a lot of stops on the train. Is a bit more efficient, I find. And yeah, so sitting back, enjoying the scenery, all the orchards and the vineyards, and get to see the escarpment of Niagara. Fun fact, the escarpments, they're actually called eskers. So when the ice age, the ice walls were retreating, they were slowly depositing huge boulders, and that basically built up the escarpment. So what we see today is basically a product of millions of years of retreating ice melt. When I was younger, we actually went up there. My grandfather had a farm up the escarpment, So we spend the weekends, and then before we head back to Toronto, we would go to the falls. A lot of things that were actually pretty cheap back then. And then we grab ice cream at Stony Creeks before we head back to the city. So those were sort of fond memories of youth. And yeah, as I said, like it's a really pleasant trip if you can take the train back to the city. You got more leg room. You get all these amazing sceneries, and yeah. So yesterday tested out the Salomon trail runners. Obviously they're still a little bit stiff, so I didn't use it as much. Probably about 5K or so, 20,000 steps or so, and broke it in a little bit. I actually had to kind of walk around with it a little bit longer, but it was a good start at the falls to baptize the shoes. And yeah, what else can we say? Thanks for joining us. Really amazing scenery, like the waking up in the morning to hear the roar of the falls is always amazing. And you know, you really can't put a price on the view that you see, and it's, I mean, sadly, but also it was always a great experience to stay with family and see all these magnificent views to kind of maintain you for the next little while. So hope you liked the video, and give it a thumbs up. Thanks.